Hello everyone, this is called Brownian Talking with Benjamin Cowenberg from consciousazine.com. So I'm just going to randomly talk, so that's the notion of Brownian motion. I'm going to read that to you from Wikipedia right now. I was introduced to this a couple of years ago when I was reading through a lot of Wikipedia science pages, and I came across this. It's called Brownian, B-R-O-W-N-I-A-N motion, and you'll see how it's spelt in the video title. Is the presumably random moving of particles suspended in a fluid, a liquid or a gas, resulting from their bombardment by the fast-moving atoms or molecules in the gas or liquid. The term Brownian motion can also refer to the mathematical model used to describe such random movements, which is often called a particle theory, and that's a reference. So yeah, go have a look at that. It's not really that linked to the talk at all. It's just the notion of giving me an excuse to talk randomly. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm from Consciousazine. Conscious, spell conscious, and then azine, like the end of magazine, on the end of it, .com, consciousazine.com. I'll put the link also in the description of this video. Okay, I thought, well, what to start with and stuff and what to talk about. I thought, how can I help some people? Maybe because I have access to internet like 15 hours a day, I can help a lot of people with health, because I read a lot of health. So I have 4 pages directly on health. So the first one is all around health page, the second one is natural nutritional warriors, the third one is natural remedies guru, and that's the most popular page I think in Consciousazine. Pagan prerogative is the 4th one. On pagan prerogative, I'm discussing like Chinese medicines and shamanistic witchery ultra smoothies. And well, yeah, there's also another 5th page, the healthy yummy recipes page. So that's another one. But you can go look at that. On that page, actually, the only thing I'll note about that, yeah, there's a lot of great recipes and a lot of normal recipes, but I've put a special one on there called the Garden of Eden Salad. Yeah, it's got psilocybin cubensis in it, the psychedelic gold top mushroom, and I say put 4 grams in each container for a nice I don't know. You can even trip on that. 4 grams in a container of salad will affect you, but not anything crazy. You still be able to use your computer. No driving, but use your computer and whatever. But yes, I have done it. I made it. There's great recipes on there. Heaps of awesome pictures. Really funny recipes. So the all around health page, it's all and then an O, just a large O around, from instead of around it's O round. All around health page. Consciousazine.com. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of like the main page, and it's I say at the start, this page is heavily inextricably linked to the Natural Remedies Guru page in Consciousazine. That's biological health, I put in brackets. It's just Natural Remedies Guru page we'll talk about next, but it's a lot of exactly what it says, natural remedies, no synthetic drugs are talked about at all. And then I also say under that it's also intrinsically connected to the activist page, which has like a lot of mental relative health, and the yoga meditation healing page, which is also mental, but I just say energetic in the brackets. So you've got the three energetic, mental, and biological, health. So the all-around health page is linked to those other three pages, the main pages, and the healthy yummy recipes page, I guess, as well. There's a lot of informative pictology on this page, like pictures with brief wording, but the pictures are eclectic, so it's actually really like helpful. Go to the page and visit it. This YouTube is pretty much solely to promote that page, not to like make this video better than the page. The page is huge, So go have a look there. There's heaps of posts. All the posts are quite eclectic. Well, not all of them. Some of them. Some of them are on one subject or something. But there's quite a few eclectic posts. A lot on heart attacks. Yeah, it's really, you got to go have a look because there's some awesome pictures and some great articles from like so many different sources. This is not from me. I've just put it together. So there's a lot of stuff here. Disease beginning in the gut, heart attack stuff, stuff to watch out for, like Coke is for cleaning everything but your body. I don't know, a lot of stuff like that. Some stuff on veganism and stuff surrounding the Gerson diet, chi, certain foods that are good, calcium supplementation myth, stuff like that. Healthiest foods in the world. You got some downloads here on mushrooms and stuff. Yeah, it's really eclectic. Every page in Conscious Zine is really eclectic, and I mean I've done a lot of scouring of the internet, a lot, over the last 4 years of being at university. And so yeah, I've called this Brownian motion this talk as well, to explain a bit about myself too. Like why am I only doing shorter videos, and why why am I doing shorter videos, and why am I not making like multimedia presentations and stuff like that, because I'm still doing university. I'm almost finished my degree. I've done a diploma before that, so at the moment I'm actually full-time studying, so it's difficult to make really good presentations, and plus I have eclectic knowledge, so I can just talk and I'll help people. So let's start doing that now. I'll actually get into some of the stuff. There's home remedies for sinus here. There's bones health eclectic post. Healthy fats, nature, healing, ETF benefits, acidity, stomach, purifying, houseplants, solutions. A lot here. Five benefits of a fruit breakfast. Top 14 anti-cancer superfruits. There's a post on this lady who's 71 years old, Annette Larkins. I think she's from America. And she looks really young for 71. Like amazingly young. No grey hair or anything. And she looks kind of like, what, 40 or 50 or something. Her secret: no meat, no dairy, just raw fruits and vegetables. 1 gallon of pure distilled water a day with an hour of exercise. be good to your body, and your body will be good to you. So that's the longevity post. There's Super Pill 1 and 2. A lot of eclectic stuff, like Dr. Robert Kazar, Part 1, Connecting the Dots. It's a reasonably good talk. He's a guy from Hawaii, a doctor. The Longevity Panel, Anti-Aging with David Wolf, Physiorg.com articles. Quite really good stuff. I've got posts for me to look up stuff, but like it's really good and informative for everyone. Chelation therapy, clay, edible clays, colostrum, mugwort for smoking, silica hydride, olives and fruits, and chaga. Chaga mushroom is worth talking about. If you haven't heard about it, it's apparently being named better than reishi, or at least the same as reishi. Reishi is like the queen of mushrooms, to quote David Wolf, I think it was, and chaga is like the king of mushrooms, just because of all the benefits coming from it. I take it for anti-cancer, skin cancer. Yeah, anti-skin cancer I take chaga tablets for. I wish I could get it fresh, but it only grows in the northern hemisphere. Hemp oil and stuff like that, all the good oils. And there's this thing I get called Vital Greens 76 ingredients mix. Now it's got like enzymes, everything good from heaps of fruits, vitamins, minerals, from vegetables. It's like this greenish mixture. It's got nori and all the seaweeds in it. And acacia tablets are good. Chlorella, vegetable juices. There's posts on there. And eating for your blood type. There's even a tonics and teas and elixirs and ingredients post. Okay. And I say, so how do I eat? Like eclectically, like if I have a smoothie, I put like over 10 ingredients in. I'll smash everything into a smoothie. It's about health, not as much the taste, but some honey makes it always taste better and stuff like that, and some 70% pure chocolate, and stuff like that. And then tea, also eclectic, 7 root tea. There's a post on here on that. 7 roots tea. It's got mushroom, burdock, dandelion, ginger, hoshu wu, Siberian ginseng, and something else in there. And I mix it with Brahmi and green tea to make like a really eclectic tea. Excuse me. And then I've started post on biorevolutions. At the moment I've got a book called The Fantastic Voyage, Radical Life Extension by Ray Kurzweil. He is the famed futurist and the one of the directors of the Singularity University in America. And he's the guy that talks about the singularity, as in the man-machine binding singularity and surrounds of that. And in his book he basically discusses the 2 bio bridges, as he calls them. Biorevolution 1 is all slower aging. Biorevolution bridge 2 is like de-aging. So actually rewinding telomeres probably on our chromosomes. Does everyone know about that? That's one of the major causes of aging, besides like inflammation and cell senescence and some other things. This isn't like the major cause of aging. The telomeres on the end of your chromosome shorten every time cells divide. So there's already that Super Pill 2 and 1 that I mentioned before from a post just above this post on the All Around Health page. also goes into that. Mitigating the super pill 1 and 2 mitigates the telomeres shortening. So it's part of the BioBridge Revolution 1, the slowing of the aging and starting to reverse the aging. But I don't think the pills are powerful enough to reverse it yet. It's only slowing it. I think it had some astragalus in it. I can't remember what else were the ingredients, some scientific names that I didn't care to remember at the time. Yeah, so there's a lot on that page anyway. Food cravings table. I think that would be on emotional eating and stuff like that. In what you need when you're craving what food and stuff. It's just one person's opinion. The idea of one of these pages in Consciousine is that it's an eclectic summarization, and it definitely goes into depth as well. But it's not like a Google search where you bring up everything under one subject. And if you're looking to navigate on health, you go to the home page, consciousine.com, and there's a search bar there, and you can type by keywords like you're Googling Consciousine. So you can just start typing any words and press enter on the search on the home page, and it will take you to if there's anything in Consciousine on your keywords. So give that a go, because there's a lot in here and it can be hard to find stuff. So that's the way I recommend navigating Consciousine, via the homepage search function. Just like Googling, so it's simple. Just type the word. And then I'm going to move on to the Natural Nutritional Warriors page. This has numerous people on it. It's not, again, eclectic, not by one person or anything. And these people are eclectic themselves. So they're complexity knots and synthesizers of nutraceuticals and longevity foods, and if you haven't heard of like David Wolfe and people like that are on here. Dr. Robert Kazar's there, I like his stuff too, it's eclectic. And I actually make my own post on here. Site creator wants to argue with you on the meat eating diet argument. To eat meat or not to eat meat. Now, I'm not going to tell you what I conclude or how I conclude it. I really think you need to read through it all, because it's a very eclectic post. I am site creator from consciousine.com, so I've made a lot of eclecticity. I mean, you click, it's just like a Wikipedia page. You click into it and a new page opens up. That's called a hyperlink. So there's a lot of that in each post that I make specifically. There's a really good chart on here. The superfood pyramid. The best I think I've found. I don't know who made it. Oh yeah, Marcus Patrick. Hot body diet. Right. It's a really good pyramid. I like it. So on the pyramid, chemical sunlight is at the top. These foods are the highest nutrition known to mankind. Chemical sunlight is at the top of the pyramid here. Then wheatgrass, phytoplankton, chlorophyll, essential oils. The superfoods are in the 52 to 320 megahertz range. That's the start of the range band, dropping to 15 megahertz. Raw chocolate at the top, seaweed, almonds, raw cacao, spirulina, lemons, goji berries, mangosteen, limes, stuff like that. Or today I went to Nimbin and I had this little lime I've never had before. It had little like seeds of lime in it. Every time I go to Nimbin, I get a new food. Like I discover a new food, and it's pretty cool. And I mean, it's good for you as well. to eat eclectic. I call that amalgamative eating. So amalgaman. I'll do a series on YouTube about what an amalgaman is. So basically, maximum novelty man. So this chart that I'm reading, this pyramid, the food pyramid, superfood pyramid by Marcus Patrick, it looks like. Yeah, it's a good guide. Apples, blueberries, coconut, avocado in the next range from 15 megahertz to 5 megahertz. So foods from the trees. The one above it was superfoods, and the top one was, chemical sunlight. So now we're going into the foods from the earth under the 15 megahertz. He's put that apples, blueberries, coconut, avocado, melons, raspberries, pineapple, mango, strawberries, bananas, peaches, lychees, grapes, cherries, oranges, raw nuts, dates. Then under the 5 megahertz line, the animal discharge section, cabbage, lettuce. No, hold on. Oh yeah, I've read it wrong. This is the foods from the earth section. So the previous section I read was foods from the trees. And so the raw chocolate section I mentioned earlier was the superfoods. And the chemical sunlight section was the wheatgrass and phytoplankton. So the superfoods is the raw chocolate, the seaweed, the goji berries and stuff like that, lemons, spirulina. And the foods from the trees are the apples, pineapples, mangoes, pineapples from Earth, avocado, coconut. You get the idea. Then the foods from the Earth under the 5 megahertz, back to where we were. Cabbage, lettuce, parsnips, turnips, pumpkin, potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, beans, roasted nuts, cauliflower, lettuce, spinach, peas. Then you've got the 0 megahertz, the animal discharge layer. Eggs, cheese, milk, cream, whip, butter, lard, cake, cookies, scones, donuts, dairy baked goods, pudding, sauces with dairy, dressings with dairy, drinks with dairy. That's the 0 megahertz animal discharge zone. Then you've got the last zone, the death zone. Missing megahertz, dead flesh. Hot dogs, burgers, pizza, meat, burrito, steak, poultry, pork, dead animal tissue, lamb, duck, veal, buffalo, turkey, shrimp, lobster, and bottom feeders. So, well, I've started eating like this myself, basically, before I found this pyramid. So I'm not going off this pyramid exactly, but it's a good guide, just to keep you aware. Yeah, things like the seaweeds, everyone is talking about how they're good for you if you're into your health. I just put it in a smoothie, all of this stuff in smoothies, because then you just gulp it down and it's all good for you and eclectic. It might do you well to research your blood type though, so what things you should be eating more of, or predominantly more of, and what you should be eating less of. That's on the All Around Health page. So now we've covered that page and the Natural Nutritional Warriors page. Just going to have a drink. Okay. So I'm going to go into the Natural Remedies Guru page. And yes, I am tired at the moment. I'm looking at myself on the screen. Long days studying at the moment, so I'm very tired. See the stress all over me. So it's very important to earth out. You want to flow out all the heavy nervous system energy and stuff. There's a lot of exercises on the yoga meditation healing page. The yoga meditation healing page is in consciousazine.com. And Montauk Chia is a good method. The microcosmic orbit. That's good to get energy moving, and don't know, things working good, you know. You feel a lot better. And it keeps you being able to study longer. I can vouch for that myself. I do 15-hour study days and stuff, and I do a degree at uni, but I do 15. I hope you could have heard me then. Sorry. I do 15-hour study days, so I do a lot of study. So yeah, that's why I'm looking tired. 15 hours a day of studying. And so let's go have a look at the Natural Remedies Guru page. Okay. So this is like the most popular page in consciousazine.com. It seems to get the most hits. Like, I don't know, how many a month? So far, well, it's always different. There's been times that in 24 hours on the chart, I've seen 1,500 hits in that day. People looking at that page in 24 hours, so I was happy with that. I've helped at least some of them, so that's good. So this is the Natural Remedies Guru page. It's a really big page. It even extends out to a Wix.com web page I made. Wix.com offers free websites. Wix, W-I-X. You've probably seen ads everywhere on Facebook even. So you can make a free website through that, and it's like Flash website. It's not like Weebly, what I present Consciousazine through. Weebly.com you can make free subdomains. I've bought a actual domain name, consciousazine.com, and so it's effective because it's for reading, not so much for flashy show. There's a lot of great pictures, and everyone always tells me, "Oh, I love the pictures, Ben. I love the pictures in Consciousazine." So yeah, I just wanted to take a second to say they're not all created by me. Even if they're not tagged, it's most likely I didn't make it. So far I've just been studying a lot. I've only just started to get into multimedia a lot more, and I'll be making Flash, Adobe Flash stuff, and a lot more Photoshop soon. I'm learning a lot of that now. So I mean, it's really cool. I like doing that. So let's go to the Natural Remedies Guru page. So it starts off with drinking water at a certain time maximizes its effectiveness on the body. Heart attack and water's effects on the body. I go through like 4 premises on as to why eat, live, buy organic. Avoid the poisonous society of the Black Alliance. Why black? Analogous to obfuscation of ingredients, poisons, information, and labeling. That's why I call it the Black Alliance in this way, or in the way of food. They don't label. There's even an article on here, how to charge an iPod with fruits. This guy shows you he charges his iPod with fruit. So I mean, I made the case of like it's live food. A lot of the longevity people will say eat live food because, well, it's live food. It's not, for instance, dead flesh. So it's better for you. Dr. Robert Kazar goes into, on his The Color of Music YouTube video, he goes into music and vibration of food, really. And yeah, you might have heard of raising your vibration. So that's a thing that's sort of tied in with that lecture of his, Dr. Robert Kazar, C-A-S-S-A-R. And I say, as I've said, upper echelons, which means the upper rungs of the monetary system. The indicator is monopolization, oligopoly sites such as these. And there's a picture of, say, Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, Kellogg's, Mars, Johnson's & Johnson's, P&G, Nestle, and Kraft, and some other one, and all the companies they own. And whoever made this picture done a really good job. I must say. They've incorporated a lot of brands in there, and it might shock you to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 10 companies owning about hundreds of companies. So yeah, this is the upper echelons of consolidation. So with that, if you have a bad egg of a company, that doesn't care for its customers, it cares for its profit. It doesn't care for your health, it cares for its profit. Well, they own 100 companies, they buy them up on the market, and they go under the one, under the many labels. So basically, when I walk into a service station or even a Coles supermarket, and I bet over in America a lot of shit stuff's on the shelves of that Walmart and stuff. I haven't been into a Walmart, but I can willing to bet anything that's packaged and stuff, it's just all shit, really. It's not good for you in any way. Yeah, I've eaten like that myself as well, but now I have it available to me to eat much better in the situation I am in now, so I do eat much better. Okay, so we've gone for half an hour. I'm just gonna have a drink. Okay, let's take you through the Natural Remedies Guru page. This is a big one. This one is one of the biggest pages. It's got, as I said, an extended page off it near the bottom. There's a button that you can press to go to the external Wix created page, wix.com, the site I mentioned before that gives you free websites. So primarily I base this on what we were just talking about, how a lot of the stuff in the supermarkets and stuff and all the synthetics are everywhere, and they're rife in society, and the little guy is being pressed out in many communities, and so henceforth often a lot of fresh food, like all little veggie shops. I think we should have them everywhere, and we should grow, like, why can't we grow avocado trees everywhere? Why mango trees grow everywhere here? We've just got to plant more food trees everywhere. It's not that hard. This is amalgamanish, post-history type of stuff. Not monoculture. Don't make crops of freaking corn. That's inward diversification, like, to the max. Monoculture is stupid. The stupid baby boomers love it, and they love to trade it on the share market. Fucking weirdos, man. We want permaculture. You could have a ring of communities surrounding a large, like, national park that was all permaculture. Imagine that. There'd be so much food for animals and humans, like abundance. And then at every river, you plant all the trees, or lemon tree, I don't know, lime tree, orange tree, avocado tree, all the trees like that. All the ones that can sustain like a mild flooding of the river. And obviously you don't put a veggie garden, a low vegetation veggie garden there along a riverbank. Everyone can grow their veggies in their yards. And we want to outward diversify. Always making a smaller, denser reality for money is just stupid. Like, I don't even want to get into it in this lecture, really. It's just ridiculous. You're creating for your own children, yourself, and for everyone else a shitter shit a reality. It's fucking shit. Monoculture everywhere. I mean, I can imagine how much more productive I could make those fields of monoculture, corn and alike, and wheat, all this bullshit, monoculture shit, into permaculture and make way more productive amount, outcome and yield as compared to monoculture for that area, for any given area. Any given area, even 1 meter by 1 meter squared. You know, we grow a freaking tomato plant instead of wheat or something. You know, point is, it's permaculture. It's multi-dimensional, multi-layered, and this is the approach you want to take to everything. This is the amalgamative approach, synthesizing, eclectic. Yeah. So you want to take that approach to gardening and feeding and fooding and sustainability and all that as well. Pretty obvious. Okay, let's take you through the Natural Remedies Guru page. Here we go. Infographic of the day. Walmart. This is under the same post still on the upper echelons of the consolidation and looking at this picture of all the companies, what owns what, and under this infographic of the day, Walmart dwarfs entire industries and nations. Walmart in America. That's crazy. Dwarfs entire industries and nations. It's an infographic. So it's a graphic that's informational. More informative pictology. So yeah, there's a lot of great informative pictology. I also go through premise 2 that, here we go, approximately 15,000 losers you don't want your daughter dating die each year from street drugs, but 125,000 die from properly, in brackets, prescribed medications. Make time to read this. It's a 6-page report. Could save your life or that of a loved one. So if you care, please share this stuff. This is under premise 2 on Natural Remedies Guru page. So yeah, to read that again, approximately 15,000 losers you don't want your daughter dating die each year from street drugs. 15,000. 25,000 die from properly prescribed drugs. So get off the synthetics. That's this treating effect, not cause. You don't want to treat effect with the establishments, the pharmaceutical industries, jargonistic, rhetorical medications that are synthetic. And I trust Gaia Earth, who forged things over millions of years, rather than a few men or women in laboratories over 10 years making synthetics. I don't trust human-made stuff very much at all yet. We're still infant humans, really. Just one, as Terence McKenna said, 1 foot in angel, 1 claw in angelhood, 1 foot in apehood. So premise 3 goes through that cancer is quite man-made and related to a lot of these toxic substances and stuff. You'll have to read the article. I haven't read it for a while, but I wouldn't have put it up there if it was shit. There's a lot of stuff on chemical cancer damage and epigenetic chemical stuff, and genetic chemical changes, and then the alkaline factor is the premise 4, why I say go organic, not synthetic, for your remedies. So, and it's a lot more treating cause, yes. So if right now you're about to die of cancer, yes, start eating alkaline and stuff, because even Harvard has a study which shows cancer cells can't thrive in acidic environments. Now, that's from Harvard University. So, and there's another one under premise 4, a picture. Every single person who has cancer has a pH that is too acidic. Dr. Otto Warburg won the Nobel Prize in 1931 for proving that cancer can't survive in an alkaline, oxygen-rich environment, but thrives in an acidic, low-oxygen environment. So he won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1931 for discovering that. So there's lots on alkalinity versus acidity there. That's premise 4, and then from there I just go into the page. Now the page is basically each food's benefits. For instance, turmeric's benefits. There's also another good one before I go on. Bruce Lipton, Biology of Perception. Now he shattered this central dogma myth in biology that everything is genetically enforced. All changes come from the genetics and the environment doesn't play a role. Well, he shattered that and he shows exactly how, and he worked in a laboratory. This is over 20 years of study or something, his PhD. It's all astute natured. It's called Biology of Perception on YouTube. I've got that link in this page. Now he shows you how the environment affects your biology via cell diagrammatics and everything. So full cell diagrammatics and also that Down the Rabbit Hole, What the Bleep Do We Know movie that came out in 2006 shows you emotional. So it says, for instance, that biology expert, he says, so if you're eating healthy, that's good, but if you're always constantly bombarding yourself, your brain and yourself with a certain emotion, then you're producing certain biological markers of that, peptides and so forth, certain chemicals in the brain. So you're bombarding all of your cells with that all the time. So that's where positive thinking would come in to release dopamine and the good stuff instead of, say, cortisol and the bad stuff. Cortisol is a stress hormone, like I'm probably excreting right now. So it's good to laugh. And so, that Down the Rabbit Hole, What the Bleep 6 CD box set, shows you lots on that too and takes you into deep physics. So Bruce Lipton is more the biology, not into deep physics and stuff. So it's good, very good. And so he completely busts the hereditary myth that you can't do anything about your genes. See, Terence McKenna also talked about this actually, since we're doing my Brownian motion talk. I can skip to random stuff. Terence McKenna always used to talk about how, scientists say for Darwinian evolution that the major factor is sunshine, ultraviolet rays and such, gamma radiation and whatever. But they don't place as much emphasis on the diet. Now that was back then. Now people do a lot more these days, and now this biology of perception really shatters that at the cell level. I mean, it's proper. Have a look. Biology of Perception by Bruce Lipton. Definitely a good watch. So stuff on like every food that I come across that has a good. I mean, there's posts taken from everywhere, websites, Facebook pages, it's very, again, eclectic. So there's stuff, for instance, on baking soda and cancer. You might have heard about that, and that's to do with keeping your pH level of your body a certain way, and again, that alkalinity versus acidity principle that cancer can't thrive in an acidic environment. So then there is a post I made on anger. So anger is like holding on to a poison and expecting someone else to die of it. So it's like swallowing a poison vial and expecting the other person to die from it. So to be angry is harming your biology, is the insinuation there. So let go is a natural remedy for stress. When you breathe out, you want to breathe out with your open mouth. Release the toxicity. The Taoists, their belief is you get rid of 70% or up to, I think it's up to 70% or 90%, I think 70% of the bacteria in your body just through proper breathing. I do a lot of breathing practices when I meditate and stuff, such as the Yin Yang, which is, say you breathe in your stomach first, then you go through your diaphragm up to the top of your chest, and then your top of the chest out first, and then the stomach out last. So you breathe in the stomach first, chest second, chest first, stomach second, and then you can reverse that and stuff like that. Breathing through the diaphragm really, and full body breath. Foods for diseases, there's a post on that. 5 biggest health myths. Herbs and spices post, more on alkalinity. Heaps of slideshows of informative pictology on stuff, a lot of stuff. Vital greens, I mentioned that just before, I'll mention it again. It's got 76 ingredients in it. I think it's made by an Australian guy, that's where I am. And I ran into this at Nimbin Health Shop, where I have to go do a lot of my shopping because Coles and Woolworths even is insufficient. Coles and Woolworths are kind of like small Walmarts in Australia. They sort of own the market here quite a lot. Monopoly. Health benefits of turmeric. There's a lot there. Big post. Wasabi, mango health. Raw honey. There's 2 really big posts on raw honey, and when they heat it up and say the store-bought honey, yet again the store-bought packaged honey is just shit. It's overheated and it kills all this stuff in it, and it makes it less nutritional. And it is packed when it is raw. It is some amazing stuff. So we really want to. Again, permaculture helps with flowering plants for the bees, so the bees can be healthy and everywhere, because we've all heard about colony collapse. The bees are collapsing. It's probably because you idiot baby boomers and alike in mindsets with this monoculture shit are just stupid. Like, if I had my way, and I mean, from the outset, you can see monoculture is stupid. Single monoculture, when you could have multiple culture, or permaculture, as it's called. Well, permaculture is about perennial plants, so plants that last longer than a year. Say, cannabis is a yearly plant when I grow it, and stuff like that. So lemonized water, coconut water, chlorophyll, 1 sip of soda and what that does to your body, and a lot on soda there. So that's one of the posts that sort of links to the All Around Health page and the Activist page. The Activist and the All Around Health page. More on the negative side of health. See, the Natural Remedies Guru is the page on the positive sort of side of health, I guess you would say. All the good foods that are good for you. 20 health benefits of real butter. 25 health benefits of lemon. Honey and cinnamon is a very highly recommended combination. There's a big post on this. Honey and human health. Big post on this. Many links from different websites. Wow, I haven't looked at this for a while. I mean, this is huge page. This is a really big page. Natural Remedies Guru, consciousazine.com. So, how to use lemon juice to replace toxic chemicals in your home. That's another post. Coconut oil, 160 uses. 160. That's a post. Honey and cinnamon, green tea, anti-cancer immunity banana. When the banana goes a little bit brown or black on the edges of the peel, then it becomes anti-cancer apparently. So you want to leave your bananas till they're not, till they're a bit more softer and have the black spots on them a bit more, but not totally bruised. Plant protein more than beef post. Blackberries, more on bananas, health benefits of cabbage, mint health. Apricot anti-cancer, juice anti-cancer, health benefits of Himalayan salt. Now, most people are eating salt and pepper on the steak at night in the meal or whatever. So normal salt's just sodium, basically. Himalaya salt is 97% sodium, but 3% eclectic minerals. So 82 minerals are in Himalaya salt. 82 minerals instead of one, the table salt. So change your diet in that way for sure. Himalayan salt instead of normal salt. Soleil is not just salt, Himalayan salt. The Soleil, S-O-L-E, Himalaya Soleil is a different aged and more crystallized and more mineral based Himalaya salt. It's the Soleil. It's 97% minerals and 3% sodium, and it's crystal more. It's all mineral instead of all salt. Like normal Himalaya salt is 97% sodium salt, but then 3% eclectic minerals. But Himalaya Soleil is meant to be, if you've got proper Soleil, it's these crystals. Now I've seen them. They were $8 at the Nimbin Health Shop. I haven't bought them yet because I'm still finishing my Himalaya salt. But this Soleil, you put water in it and it condenses down, and it's all mineral, so it dissolves into the water, and that's one hell of a good water drink. Dr. Robert Kazar, the guy I've mentioned a couple of times, from Hawaii, he always talks about blue-green algae drinks, so I'm going to be doing that soon myself as the highest vibration drinks, and also hibiscus tea, stuff like that. And I mentioned before 7-root tea. Now with my 7-root tea, if you go to the All Around Health page like I recommended you did, then you would have seen that I put bee pollen, sprinkle a bit of bee pollen in my 7-root tea, and if you want to know what's in the 7-root tea, rewind this tape. Remember, I mentioned it before. And this 7-roots tea I put with some organic honey. Organic, not store-bought, health shop bought organic stuff from Nimbin. It's really healthy, really organic stuff. It's in little containers and real fresh. A lot of people buy it from there too. And nothing like the store-bought overheated stuff. Organic stuff before it's heated and lost. It's good stuff. So Himalaya salt, and so yeah, the tea with bee pollen in it and organic honey. Okay, I'll keep going. 18 of nature's most powerful medicinal plants post. Organic produce is more physically fit. That's an interesting article. It's about how organic produce, because it doesn't get pesticide sprayed, combats itself. All the bad guys trying to attack it and stuff. Talks about so they're physically stronger. fruits and stuff if you don't pesticide them. They're better for you, much better. Hippocrates diet. Hippocrates, the father of, what they call him, the father of food medicine or something. I forgot. Broccoli, anti-cancer. Magic mushrooms, specifically the psilocybin cubensis, gold top magic mushroom, dung-loving mushroom that grows out of cow shit. This is a psychedelic mushroom. Now, Harvard studies have reiterated that they're good for you. I've got a lot on this mushroom on Biodome, Psychedelic Biodome Earth page, which has all the plant hallucinogens and ethnobotany stuff on there. Psychedelic Biodome Earth page. Now, back to this post. Harvard studies here says they concluded from their test, Harvard, that there's long-lasting positive effects, personality changes after one medium to high dose of magic mushrooms. Medium dose, I think, about 3 grams or so or whatever. A high dose is 5, and that's when you start to see things, and that's really awesome, and it is really healing as well. Now, they're contrary to what most people think. I think they fear psychedelics a lot, and they think they're really toxic for you. But the magic mushroom psilocybin cubensis is rather very quite pharmacologically safe. Go onto Psychedelic Biodome Earth page to see its LD50, its effective dose amount as compared to its lethal dose amount, and it's a huge difference. Even if you take 8 grams of psilocybin, you're not going to die, and you're not going to be made toxic. It's you who are toxic if you have a bad experience on the mushroom. On the psilocybin cubensis. Now, it's different with muscaria or fly archaics, I hear. I don't know from experience, but I hear. But the psilocybin cubensis, the gold top magic mushroom, is really smooth, so to speak. It won't make you want to go throw up and stuff. It's really a nice trip. If you get into a bad place, there's techniques like breathing and hitting a joint, and that sort of like grounds you back into not being fearful and spinning out in the trip, and it's great. It's really healing. Now, the whole time is in visions, a 6-hour trip. Only 2 hours maybe is visions. Then it's just really open feeling, like you're all open, completely healed from any body pain. You feel really nirvanically light, so to speak. So it's really healing. It's even good for post-traumatic stress syndrome, or whatever they call it. All people from the army are receiving that, and MDMA too. But we're not going into that. And that sort of stuff is talked about on Biodome Earth page. And as you can see, it's gone dark. Gone for an hour. Okay, olive oil, menstrual cramps. Everything on here will be about how to help. I'm just naming the post titles, and so that post on menstrual cramps, that will have vitamin E and C also help reduce the intensity of cramps, etc., etc. Okay. Now, sorry, I just had to have some of my eclectic smoothie because it's been sitting there for this whole talk. What have I got in there? Yeah, as you can see, it's just about finished. The 5-bran mix, 5-bran husk mix, makes it go quite solid, so I don't always put that in. Also, I had banana, maca powder, 2 small avocados, 1 orange, 1 lemon, 50 milliliters of Udo 2-to-1 ratio omega-3 to omega-6 oil. I discussed these smoothies on Pagan Prerogative page, the next page I'm going to tell you about. What else is in this smoothie? I usually put Himalaya salt in. Molasses you can put in, I didn't today. I just make really eclectic smoothies. Let's move on. Rhizomes, a lot of stuff. Foxnut. Berry longevity. 5 food medicines. The benefits of essential oils. Organic cocktails. Organic recipes. How to make astragalus tea. Olestra is in many products. It's cancer causing and it's in chips and stuff, like vending machine chips and stuff. Pringles, stuff like that. Cancer fighting foods, you got your eggplant, balsam, pear, kelp, sweet potato, spinach, kale, cucumber, and it tells you why, what are the constituents that make it so. Broccoli, avocado, celery, capsicum, bell pepper, pepper. Soy post, 30 most popular herbs and for natural medicine post. Zeolite detoxing, Harvard study on pasteurized milk from industrial dairies linked to cancer post. Multivitamins post, that non-stick stuff on your pan equals cancer. Studies have proven that now, because for a while I didn't know. Aloe vera, I drink aloe vera drinks, very good for you, very soothing. And this post takes you through all the things you can use aloe vera for. Remember, it's Natural Remedies Guru page, so it's not just on food health. Say, for instance, you can use aloe vera for abrasions, acne, burns, blisters, canker sores, cradle cap, chapped skin, dandruff, dry skin, denture sore, diaper rash, fungus, genital herpes, it reckons, glaucoma, hemorrhoid, herpes zoster, odor control, oncholosis, psoriasis, radiation burns, stings, styes, stretch marks, sunburns, warts, wounds. Healing for burns is egg white, that's another post. Hortonesia, fiber, ginger, acacia berry benefits post. A huge post on aloe vera there. There's 65 things, then there's a whole nother aloe vera post. Ginger tea benefits, health benefits of cranberries, avocado recipe, apple cider vinegar recipe, amazing health benefits of celery, more on apple cider vinegar, sunflower seeds, coughing relief remedies. There's a lot of natural coughing relief remedies there, a large list. There is 63 remedies on this Natural Remedies Guru page, coughing relief remedies post. 4 reasons to eat quinoa. Heavy metal detox pesto recipe. Graviola, an anti-cancer. It's a powerful anti-cancer, this graviola. So have a look at that instead of chemo. Guar gum, cholesterol post, 5 vegan meals, brushing teeth with baking soda. I've actually got toothpaste recipes post here. Natural toothpaste recipes, there's at least 10 or so. No, there's probably more because there's even videos where other people tell you recipes. Is sugar toxic post, homemade healing salve for minor scrapes and burns. More on sugar, how to whiten your teeth with banana peel, red meat and cancer linkage, the 4 best functional beverages for health and performance, green smoothies for better health, meat-based diet post, and picture that's really disgusting. I'll save you and let you see it yourself and be surprised. Cold water and cancer post, yeah, tied to I believe the intestinal tract, if I remember. The Japanese are into drinking warm water a lot more. I even noticed that at uni, before I read that. How to win an argument with a meat eater post. It's a really good post, there's a lot in there. The ethical argument, the survival argument, the antibiotic argument, the pesticide argument, the cancer argument, the cholesterol argument, the natural resources argument. 7 reasons Kale is the new beef post by World Truth TV. Water and meditation, berry health, spinach, Popeye strength, and for real, take a look at that. Kundalini post. So what's the Kundalini? That's known as the earth energy and of Hindu cultural origin and creation. It's basically what you heal when you feel sore and stuff. You breathe in and breathe totally out and stuff, and you work it up the spine. I'm not going to go into that this lecture. That's energetic healing, basically, and it definitely works. Green onions post, feet and acupuncture, yogurt, strawberries, health food network, strawberry smoothie, green peas, wheatgrass is good, and a cute picture of a cat eating wheatgrass. 12 top 12 detox foods. Kidney cleanse. Got a post on cannabis, the symbiotic human herb. Now, cannabis I've done already a separate lecture on, and I'll do a whole series on. It's very healing, even proving to inhibit the TAT thing of the HIV. So it's HIV preventative or curing. And have a look at my note on that, which is linked there. And no, I'm not shitting you. This is from some astute institution that's found that out. I didn't make that up. The TAT gene of the HIV, however that goes, and anti-cancer. There's a lot on that in my note, how cannabis is anti-cancer and curing of cancer instead of chemo. Cannabis oil, hemp oil, all this sort of stuff is really good for you. It's not psychoactive, the oil. The power of raw cannabis. There's a lot of posts there. Hemp seeds are really good for you and a great alternative to get protein from, and good for all your eclectic smoothies. Yeah, there's a lot of posts here. Clean your vegetables with vinegar. Colloidal silver. My friend Jade always used to have colloidal silver drinks. Not friends with her now. Activated charcoal. 7 medicinal herbs and spices that help lower blood pressure. Medicinal science and herbalists agree hawthorn berries are great heart food. I mean, there's lots here. It's pretty much endless, so I'm going to end the lecture right now. Berries for the brain, ginger, cinnamon, tea ingredients, basil, tulsi. Experience the power of chia seeds, kiwi fruit. I had to make a whole note for the kiwi fruit because it's such a big post. Purple corn, non-GMO variety acorns, purple carrots. I've done a whole short little video on purple carrots where I showed my tongue was purple and blue, like the blue tongue lizard from Australia. Purple carrots are like beetroots. They're like leaching purple and blue. It's so awesome. Much better. I like them much better, and they even feel healthier than normal carrots. The orange carrots, which the Dutch changed in what, the 1600s or something. I'm not sure. Grapes, lotus stem, chickpeas, pears, neem, figs, red Tuesday, salvia divinorum, cancer be cancelled, herb maca, health benefits of peanuts, and all that. Now, I'll take you to Pagan Prerogative page, where the Chinese sort of medicinal stuff is going to be discussed. Ayurvedic stuff, Chinese medicine. This is where I put my random recipes sometimes when I do a random recipe, which basically I do every day or two now in a smoothie. Pretty much every day. The Shamanistic Witchery Ultra Drinks post on Pagan Prerogative page. Also Pagan Prerogative. So a characteristic of pagan traditions is the absence of proselytism. Proselytism is the act of attempting to convert people to another religion or opinion. So I'm not trying to convert you, I'm just sort of showing you stuff. Nature is my religion, earth is my temple. Advice from a tree, stand tall and proud, go out on a limb, remember your roots, drink plenty of water, be content with your natural beauty, enjoy the view. Like that. Yeah, informative pictology, a lot of cool pictures. So yeah, the Pagan Prerogative page is a lot of being an earther, coming back to being an earther. Also, I might put some monoculture stuff on there, but permaculture stuff. But permaculture is discussed on your natural paradise page. Your natural paradise page. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Your natural paradise. So yeah, this one goes into the power of 5 eating, this Pagan Prerogative page. Stuffing your pagan post goes into 5 flavors and 5 colors a day. Try that. 5 colors and 5 flavors, so bitter, sweet, sour, savory. 5 colors, antioxidants, pigments, so blueberries, black, brown chocolate, raspberries, red raspberries, that's yellow turmeric. That's 5 colors eating. You try and eat 5 colors a day. So yeah, the yoga meditation healing page is a really good page for health. What I've noticed is that's kind of like going back to what I mentioned about that Down the Rabbit Hole, What the Bleep Do We Know DVD set, and how they say, how that guy says if you're constantly bombarding yourself with the same chemicals, what happens is your cells create receptors every time for whatever they're being bombarded with. So if you bombard it with, say, 2 foods, say just 2 chemicals or whatever, rather than 100 chemicals, you'll get more receptors to receive. Receptors are what receive, say, the peptides and stuff, chemicals and stuff of the food you eat and stuff. So they bind to your cells and do things inside the cell. So if you're constantly, this goes back to biology of perception, if you're constantly bombarding yourself with, say, negative thinking, as a good example, then how if your mood's always down, you're depressed and so forth, which may be a sign that you're not remaining in the third eye and the pineal is not pumping out its nice neuroendocrine secretions such as dopamine, serotonin, and DMT, or whatever the hell goes on in there. So think about gland health, lymph system as well, eating for your blood type. Very important, all these things. This is amalgamative approach, eclectic and synthesized. If you don't know, if I ever mention post-history, look at Terence McKenna Time Wave Zero, and it's the most accurate record of how you can think about. We're in the official future now, 2013. This is maximum novelty. So when you're being an amalgaman and eating eclectically like crazy, like I'm doing, you're an amalgaman, and so that notion is maximum novelty and post-history. Say in history, for instance, people at really early times, say not the baby boomers, 15,000 years ago or whatever, or 10,000 years ago, the first farmers and their monoculture and stuff. There's those simpletons. You know, they were not amalgaman. So we have the chance to be amalgaman, especially in the Western societies, so-called Western societies. Yeah, so I'm not placing all the blame on baby boomers, but seriously, you guys right now have plenty of information at your disposal, and you're in power positions. That's the point. You baby boomers and stuff, you're all about to retire supposedly, but so henceforth you are right now not retired yet, and in the workforce. So and in all these high positions in hierarchical corporates. So you have decision-making abilities to affect regions and stuff. So do the right thing and do your fucking research. I'm a nobody and I know more than you, and you're probably a council guy who has to regulate this, or you're a farmer who has to grow stuff to make a living. So Mr. Farmer, permaculture, Mr. Community guy, regulator and so forth, and corporates and stuff, like say you make gardens and so forth. I see all these shit gardens, shit parks. Why isn't every park got plenty of fruit trees and a veggie garden for the kids to learn in? Huh? I mean, this is part of my neurotic community level YouTube talk I did. Neurotic community. This separative community style that we live. There should be bloody veggie gardens, fruit trees everywhere, and everyone should just take care of it. You know, if it sort of needs tending, say it needed water, well, someone might be walking past and be able to water it. It's pretty simple. You know, if stuff needs picking, I'm sure there'll be people there to pick it. The point is you'll have abundance. So you know, I see many mangoes off the mango trees all around me here. Often just get eaten by the fruit bats and not even the humans. I mean, then the fruit bats do nice poos and make life go on in the circle of life and Simba. And yeah, the story is good. So let's not make monoculture and all this shit. I mean, in Murwillumbah Valley, I drive through to get to Nimbin, where I have to do my health shopping, health food shopping. Murwillumbah Valley here in North New South Wales, Australia. I mean, it's all just hollowed out there with all the fields. Now, I can imagine that whole area, if that was permaculture, I mean, could supply so many towns with food. And I mean, it's just stupid that people are monoculturing. It's really stupid. You can make a food garden just for yourself even, so that you don't have to go to work as much, and hence not giving your energy out to people like Monsanto and all these companies that I've discussed before, who are oligopolies and food monopolies, and with their shit synthetic foods and stuff. So you can not inward diversify the food and help. Where are you putting your energy? Putting it towards buying that shit because you're a little lazy? Or are you putting it towards your own salvation and food diversity and abundance in your community? That's pretty much what I'm saying. Okay, so essential oils are discussed on Pagan Prerogative as well. Essential oils are very important and very high vibration. On Your Natural Paradise page, I discuss edible flowers. So I mean, cautiousazine.com is wide-ranging. Now on this Pagan Prerogative page, under the Shamanistic Witchery Ultra Drinks Smoothies post, where I've put a couple of recipes, there is an Eclectic Chinese Medicine Herbal section. So if you're taking anything for anti-anxiety, take Chinese stuff. I got a de-stressor for nervous system relaxation and mild anxiety tablet box from the local Chinese specialist. This is what is in each pill: Angelica, atralkaloids, rhizome, roots, rhizomes and roots, and whole plant, mentha, apocalypse, whole plant. I mean plants and stuff, not synthetic, really terrible synthetic pills like, all this Prozac and all this kind of stuff. Don't do that. If you're depressed in any way, you meditate, because it releases, you'll actually go up into your column of your higher light body, your chakras, and you'll resonate more up here, and then you'll secrete more neuroendocrine secretions and be happier. Okay, so this is Brownian motion, talk 1, and I'm about to end it, I think. I hope I helped some people. I just wanted to mention a couple more things, I guess. I brush with Ganozzi toothpaste. Now Ganozzi is reishi mushroom. You might have heard of reishi mushroom, the queen of mushrooms. Chaga is the king of mushrooms because of its anti-cancer healing properties and stuff. Now reishi, it's called Ganozzi toothpaste. It's reishi mushroom, Gonoderma variety mushroom, and you can swallow it. It has no fluoride, so it also doesn't fluoridate your pineal gland, which is the happy hormone secretor, dopamine and all that. So it doesn't inhibit that. So I started brushing my teeth with that. Now the idea, I think, is to brush with botanicals, from what I'm hearing in the health community on the internet. The idea seems to be to brush with minerals and even coconut oil. Dr. Kazar did botanicals and minerals and things like that, not fluorides and synthetics yet again. So it just requires a little bit more research, but you're going to live a lot longer and a lot better. It's not just about longevity, it's about vitality. So actually feeling better while you're living longer, not just living longer. That's the idea. Now, I hope I helped a lot of people. Just trying to think what else I want to mention. The Ganozzi toothpaste, you can just Google, or you can find that on the Natural Remedies Guru page. I mean, all these pages I make in Consciousazine, and the subject pages are not all just by me. Other people post to them as well. Other people contribute links. I haven't even found all the links. I have gone through just about every single link on Consciousazine to make sure it's not shit, and that it's a good link and gives you a lot of information. The next Talking series won't be health-based, maybe. Health might come up again and again. I might add on to things I've said here. I'm a vagabond itinerant at the moment, so at the moment I'm living in maximum novelty. What's maximum novelty? Go have a look at the Time Wave by Terence McKenna, the 24-minute YouTube version. I've hyperlinked it all over Consciousazine. Now, when Terence put the Time Wave software, calibrated it to the end mine calendar date as it's known, the 21st December of the 12th of the 2012. So the 21st 12th 2012 last year. It wasn't about death and brimstone. It was about the zombie apocalypse, or organic portal apocalypse, the ego apocalypse, that type of notion, known as the zombie apocalypse amongst the awakened people. I've got a note on that, the final zombie apocalypse. Also, the Time Wave was about the novelty. So the Time Wave, if you don't know it at all, is about habit and novelty, and presumably when you calibrate it to 2012 and it goes, that's maximum novelty point, the wave dampens into maximum novelty at the bottom of the graph. and there's a fractal pattern that is throughout the wave. Now he took this from the I Ching, the Chinese divinatory system, and it's based on hexagrams of change. Now the 64 combinations of time, that's what this is found. So it's larger than this, there's many layers of time. So it's very complex. Once you hear him talk on it a lot, you start to understand it. You have to listen to like 40 of his lectures. Some are 10 hours long, some are 1 hour long. Terence McKenna, well worth watching. Very synthesized, and eclectic speaker. Best linguistic speaker I've found for lexicon. His lexicon is far-reaching and very elocutively well. He takes you through the time wave and its relation to history, as he calls it, the fall into history, and how I mentioned that we're in the official future, or what he would call the maximum novelty domain. Now this is after the time wave is dampened. Now he put it to 2012 because that's where it works. Now he shows you dates of fallen civilizations and all this stuff. You have to watch the video. It's quite amazing, and it shows you that you are not your body, and that comes back to the Eckhart Tollean. Eckhart Tolle and this whole awareness behind the ego and you're not your thoughts stuff. So take a look at all this. So this isn't the be-all end-all health video. This is the Brownian motion talk with Benjamin Cowlenberg from consciousazine.com. This is just talk 1. Brownian motion, remember, is just a random walk of particles. So this is a random talk of subjects and ideas and discoveries and information and law. Now that's something I always want to mention. We don't want to. I mentioned with the monoculture that's creating a harder, denser, smaller, less diverse reality than, say, for instance, in the frame of reference permaculture. That's a multi-dimensional, more diverse reality, etc., more accelerated reality, etc. Now, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, so we don't want to create a smaller, denser reality all the time, and be in a culturally bound mindset. Just because it's from another culture, like the yoga meditations and stuff, doesn't mean it's not absolutely meant just for a human body. Just because it arose out of a culture during the historical process doesn't mean it's not meant. It's not a human thing. It's for a human body, not just the people from India or the people from China or Tibet. It's meant for the human body. These are healing techniques that indigos have discovered over history, and they've arisen through cultures, and they're definitely psychedelic plant hallucinogen connected. Why is Shiva, out of the Hindi culture, blue? The psilocybin cubensis magic mushroom, the gold top mushroom, turns blue. Now I recently saw a post on Shiva and why he's the god of yoga, and everything on that post I could say about psilocybin cubensis. Like if you take it, like it said something about dissolving and not being your thoughts, and etc., etc. And it was quite funny that this Shiva is depicted blue. Oh, and get this, with cows in pictures. Cows. Remember, the magic mushroom grows out of cow shit. So pretty coincidental. The Pharmacratic Inquisition and another video takes you through that. If you want to learn more about that, I've deconstructed that symbolism of blue Shiva on the symbols deconstruction page in consciousazine.com. So the magic mushrooms and that plant hallucinogens, not LSD, not the synthetic bullshit LSD, tabs, microdots, all this other bullshit on the street. None of that. You want plant organic hallucinogens. These have contributed greatly to my language synthesis, my intelligence synthesis, my brain schemata, my word uptake, my lexicon vocabulary, my work ethic, extrapolating my own work. For instance, take a look at consciousazine.com. It's big. Cannabis has played a large role in that. Otherwise I'd be out surfing all day. Cannabis keeps me inside and studying, and happily. I can study much longer with cannabis because if I, for instance, don't smoke, it might be 5 hours of studying, then I'm done, I'm tired. But then if I go out and ground, I go walk on the grass, on the dirt, just on the ground, in water, that's always good, and go drink water and whatever. When I go for a little walk, have a break, I go outside and I have a toke sometimes, but mainly I go to ground. Grounding out is important. David Wolf done an earthing experiment where it shows how it decoagulates your blood, makes it more fluent and better, and so less energy blocks. They're relative. The energy acts behind the biology. That's how you think of this, a multi-layered approach. That's why earlier I mentioned how the All Around Health page is intrinsically connected to the yoga meditation healing page for energetic healing and health, the activist page for mental, and the natural remedies guru for biological heavy health, like vitamins and blah blah blah. Biological level. Um, I guess you can see me. I'm not unhealthy. My skin is pretty nice. I use coconut oil to shower. I don't use any synthetics. I use coconut to shower every 2 days, just about. That's only because I'm a vagabond. Otherwise, I would use it every day. My friend uses it with brown sugar because she doesn't surf, but because I do surf, um, I'm getting the salt water brushing along my skin more, and so when I get the water brushing against my skin more, it's taking off the dead skin cells and so on. Which is why she uses brown sugar with coconut oil, organic coconut oil. So that's all I shower with. I don't use any synthetics, nothing for my hair, nothing for anything else, just coconut oil. It's antibacterial, antimicrobial, antifungal. So I mean, whack it on your feet, under your toenails, in between your toes, everywhere. Even a little bit up my nose. Yeah, every orifice. Yeah, so I'm pretty healthy. Maybe you could see. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, pretty healthy. I've got good vein structure too, which means I don't have a lot of excess crap fat. Now, a lot of toxins are stored in fat, so that means my skin's pretty healthy too. See that? You can see my veins there. Dr. Kazar, Dr. Robert Kazar from Hawaii has a really good skin cleaning YouTube video. Now, I don't really need to do this yet. I will definitely, 100% I will do his method because it's awesome. I forget what he uses. I have to watch the video. Coconut oil is involved, I think at the end or the beginning, but a lot of stuff he uses, and it's really eclectic. A really good short talk. Goes for like 13 minutes or something, or 20 minutes, I'm not sure. Dr. Robert Kazar, and it's called Clearing It All with Dr. Robert Kazar, I think. Clearing It All, or Clearing It All Out, and it's got to do with cleaning your skin. Now, I don't have to do that much because I surf. That keeps my skin very clean, probably why I'm not very toxic. A lot of people are quite toxic. This stuff builds up, it attaches in your fat, all these toxic chemicals from all these shitty store-bought food products, from packaged foods and all that. You want live foods because you're alive, you're an organic being. Yeah, you want live foods. Not sure what else I want to mention. Yeah, meditation is really important. Oh yeah, I used to get sick when I was younger 3 times a winter at least, and for weeks, like 2 weeks, I'd be full snotty and really badly. Then suddenly, basically suddenly, when I was about in 2008, I stopped getting sick. Now, this is what the Gold Ring Game of Enlightenment and Abundance Network, narrated by Riser on YouTube, Riser 5, Gold Ring Game of Enlightenment and Abundance. I really, really like that series. Now, that's what he mentions. 2007 was this final compression period. This is not to do with the Mechanian time wave, I don't think. Maybe he has the software, I haven't asked him. But Riser was mentioning final compression period, 2007 2012. This was like a mass awakening period. It was a shift of dimensions for critical mass of gold ring way showers, which obviously I am one of, on consciousazine.com. We're like beacons. We're eclectic amalga people. Humans, Hue _man. Hue, man of the hue. Yeah, it's an insinuation of God man. And I have a note even called, about opening your chakras and how this allows you to be recognized in the divine framework and get out of all the ego, cultural, bound thought forms and thinking. It's really important to step out of culture. It's quite neurotic in many ways, and especially at the height of societal engineering after decades and so on of hardcore social engineering, aka the TV, stuff like that. That's social engineering. Just stuff like that, simple stuff even. So after a long time of all that kind of stuff, people are pretty stupid, I must say. And so for your health, get off that bullshit, the TV. It's like inserting a TV into your brain and bleh, spewing out your brain. There's a picture of that on the activist page. TV's like a drug. You get your physical glance and eye changes, alpha brainwave state change, go into alpha brainwave and stuff. You can even get salivation, mood change. It's like a drug. And even everything is biologically, because we're biology, we're in dense biology, everything has potential to be basically addictive. Because this is the whole idea of biology of perception, that Bruce Lipton shows you the environment heavily changes you. It does change you. You're not just your genetics. You are very much so your environment, and therefore you are not separate from your sick society. You're not separate from your sick society. So the healing and the meditation, the holing and the holing of the chakras, not just remaining in the lower chakras, is very important. It'll also give you the heart ascension, and allow you to, as the Bible says, quote unquote, let thine eye become single, and thine body shall fill with light. That's talking about the third eye. Look at the back of your eyelids and expect to see something. There's a good YouTube video by Samuel Sagan, MD, on practical I'm open your third eye meditation. I have a whole page on this, so it's really, again, eclectic. The yoga meditation healing page, and when I heal myself, I do it eclectically. I don't do just one method. For instance, there's Qigong, uh, slow movements and stuff. Then there's Qi, like Qi, rubbing more and stuff. And I do it all sort of, and then there's silent meditation, just silent. So the best one I found is the Google Tech Talks meditation by Dr. Billy Doctor impersonating Saja's technique. I don't know how to pronounce her name properly. And it's basically healing the nervous bundles associated with each chakra. So there are nervous bundles, for instance, here at the nape of the neck, there's a nervous bundle associated with my throat chakra. So when I hold my nape of the neck like this, see? When I hold the nape of my neck, and then I say, Mother, I'm not guilty, as I breathe out under my breath. Breathe in through your nose. Mother, I'm not guilty. And I often I seem to have what Mantak Chia has from the microcosmic orbit. Real strong Chi or Kundalini releases, unblocking. You just saw me go, tweak my head. That was a block coming unblocked. Right now I'm tense here. We hold a lot of stress in our neck. So it's very important to learn how to energetically heal. For instance, right now, for my forehead, and so my hairline doesn't recede as much, because I noticed it receding when I was studying 16 hours a day. Trust me, in only months and 2 years I noticed. So I started meditating a lot, and now it's not receding more or anything. So I think I am mitigating my own hair receding. So for other men, you want nice hair, look at my hair. Yeah, you want to meditate. Now this one is, put it here, you see me, and Mother, Mother, I forgive them all. That's a good one. Mother, I forgive them all. So that's really good. I actually need to do that now because I'm tired, and it re-energizes you. It breaks through the stagnant, heavy nervous system, body energy, and all that stuff. So visit the Yoga Meditation Healing page in consciousazine.com. It's very good. Very eclectic healing methods. Now the microcosmic orbit by Mantak Chia. The microcosmic orbit by Mantak Chia. He takes you through this Taoist technique, and it's actually furthering the Kundalini Hindu technique. Now the Hindus know about the Kundalini and bringing it up the spine. They bring it up the spine. It's called the serpent. By the way, that's one of the biggest religious cover-ups in history. YouTube it. The serpent, biggest religious cover-up in history. Same with the pineal gland. The Vatican has a pine cone in the middle of their yard. That represents the pineal gland for the third eye. Now, the Kundalini is known to spiral up the governor channel, what the Taoists call the governor channel. Mantak Chia takes you through this. Now, the Kundalini goes up the back, but that's just the governor channel. Now, Mantak Chia shows you how to bring it over the front. Creates a microcosmic orbit. Now, it feels much better. And it was definitely a progression, and I would definitely say to start with the Google Tech Talks, Healing Psychosomatic Disorders with Meditation. the one that is healing the nervous bundles associated with whatever chakra, main chakra. The Google Tech Talks series talk from Dr. Billy Doctor. It's on the yoga meditation healing page, and I say it's the best meditation I've ever found. And then after 2 years I did Montauk Chia. So do the Kundalini one first, get the Governor channel going for a little while, and then do the Montauk Chia microcosmic orbit, and you will see. And then you'll start to be open, and you'll hear nature. You'll be an astrolat, and you'll talk to the stars, that sort of thing. You'll be hyperspatial, astro travel, spiritual. You will flow your own spirit and have the indigo evolution, ascension revolution, the great work. The Neoplatonics knew it, or the Grecans or whatever knew it as the great work. I've got that in my indigo evolution. Indigo is your evolution note. It's the 5th social trend that social scientists have discovered, the indigo evolution. Now, the final compression period was us, the indigo rebels, rising up into our roles as beacons and way showers, showing the way. The 2 best things I've found on the internet, like YouTube and like lecture talk wise, eclectic knowledge wise, are like Terence McKenna. 40 of his main videos, the long ones, like Under the Knowledge Tree or whatever, Psilocybin, The Sands of Time, Time Wave Zero, Hermetics and Alchemy. He has heaps of talks. History Ends in Green. He takes you through his time wave in many talks. Actually it's really funny because I hold his same viewpoint on the asymptotic ascenti and the forward pulling attraction notion rather than the big bang forward going linear time notion. Now the time wave actually shows you circular time. There's a picture which is not part of Terence McKenna's work, but someone else has created, that I coincidentally synchronistically found and put in the note Angels Birthing Ungaea Starseeds note on bensnotes.weebly.com. So in that note I talk about how, well, I've mentioned this in my Solar Consciousness 2 lecture, so watch that on YouTube, Solar Consciousness 2 by Benjam C3, and I mentioned circular time and my postulation on how the universe is intricately orchestrated on that, and how star explosion from 13 billion years ago can correlate to your pineal vision now, because remember, scientists say it takes 13 billion years for that light to reach us from that star if it's 13 billion light years away. That pretty much takes us through. Be conscious of your consciousness. You might want to begin with biological health, eating a bit better, then go through to the mental stuff in your a little bit more cleared state. Then once you're even more cleared biologically and mentally, then do your energetics and you'll just be flying. Then you're really just eclectic. Or do it the other way around, whatever way you want to do it. But the notion is eclecticity, synthesization, and amalgaman, maximum novelty living. So maximum novelty, eating flowers and stuff. Just if science has recently found out something about a food and that food is available for you, that might be maximum novelty domain. Just that kind of thing. Every time I go to Nimbin, the only anti-cannabis prohibition town in Australia, every time I go there I eat something different. Today I had some lime thing. It was black. It was like a little pod with little lime seeds in it. It was really cool. I never had one before. And the guy at the organic shop said put it in chocolate. And I thought, oh, that is an awesome idea. It would taste really good because it's like this nice lime little like seed pod things. And seeds or something inside it. Little balls of lime. So yeah, every time I go to Nimbin, I eat something new. This is the point. We want to grow fruit trees and shit everywhere. You know, if something will grow here, grow it. If it's from South America, grow it here. You know, for instance. Also, creating a law to get back to what I was talking about earlier about not creating a smaller, denser reality, but rather creating a larger, more diverse, faster, better reality via law, Lore, not law, 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 the common law that you know, all that stuff, law, the corporate law of the corporate queen, is not only shithouse, it's restricting, not expanding. Law, you know, knowledge on the subject, for instance, consciousness is law based, like it's a cornucopia of law on subjects. You know, so yeah, we want to create a more diverse reality in the sense of planting, say, every fruit tree that will grow and that we can get our hands on at the local river and so on and so forth. Community coming together, dissolution of those neurotic boundaries, and corporates working for communities and stuff. Imagine we're all part of the seed corporate that we all get seeds from and go plant, and etc. Just financial, I don't think is going to last forever. Seriously, this cultural delusion when money is attached to is just not going to last for a long time. Even the supercomputers at MIT have calculated with tremendous amounts of economic data that the monetary system, if it goes at current sort of dynamics, and I mean it's been fed all historical economic data on the markets, it shows the supercomputers at MIT showed, I remember I read this in an article, that by 2025 there will be 10% 10% inflation per month. Now, everyone who share trades and is economically minded, I've done a Bachelor of Business degree at university. I'm almost finished, double IT majors. In that I've done economics, so I know. I lost my train of thought. Well, I lost my train of thought, sorry. I'm really tired and it's been almost 2 hours. I forgot what I was going to say. What I was talking about. Yeah, I'm too tired. I'm going to end this. It's just a Brownian random talk. Brownian. Sorry, I keep pronouncing it wrong. Brownian motion. Brownian motion is the podiasis, is the presumably random moving of particles suspended in fluid, etc. It's just random talking. So I'm going to end this talk, and I hope I help some people. Go look at the pages. I guarantee you then you'll be helped with all the hundreds or thousands of links. So hyperlinks to other websites and everything. So please go have a look. And thank you for working on yourself. This is called the great work. This is called the great work, to work on yourself. It's indigo involutive, and this is the great work. Your body is a temple and all that, and yeah, the idea is to become multi-dimensional. You don't just do this through food, but I've helped you get a much higher vibration, eating live foods and stuff, for instance. And yeah, don't forget to eat for your blood type and stuff. Go look at that post on All Around Health page, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll be talking a lot more. Have a look at all my videos. I'm just starting up. When I get the chance, it's actually really hard to get me onto YouTube. I'm surprised I've been able to sit here for 2 hours. No one's come into the room. It's a Friday evening, 7 o'clock now in Tweed Heads, Australia, on the 22nd of the 3rd, 2013. So, I'm going to sign off. Can we fill the last 4 minutes with? Oh yeah. There's a page I've made called Systematic Approach to Enlightenment. I'm just going to talk for the next 3.5 minutes on this. Make it go to 2 hours, this lecture. This talk. So I have a page called Systematic Approach to Enlightenment, which Conscious is a member, and our marketing manager, Tina Farber, from America, Florida, who's also the national accountant or something like that at Massage Magazine. She thought up the idea of a systematic approach to enlightenment. So I made a page and started writing because I'm, I think, a bit better of a writer than her. And so I got together a whole lot of links and stuff, and I've put together that page. And I did want to say there's stuff I talk about, letting mind flow through that brain and body. Now that's a notion of the higher mind and the light body and the chakras, and the Antakarana rainbow bridge, magnetic bridge suspended between brain hemispheres. Now the Antakarana, the higher mind. Now, so in the systematic approach, I mentioned the big three: enlightenment or education and self-education. The indigo evolution heavily falls under that. And psychedeliation is the second one. So the first one was education, enlightenment, self-intuition. It all falls under education, or enlightenment, as I like to call it, the title. So the second one is psychedeliation. Plant hallucinogens. Very, very helpful for their uses. They shouldn't just be outright outlawed and banned, and then persecute people who want to expand their consciousness. Like, what a retarded society you people live in. I don't consider myself being part of this society. I don't like it, and I'm only in it because there's the no alternative system. I'm a shaman. I stand on the outside of the culture, outside of the society. I stand on the outside of the community and sort of critically analyze it from high dimensional space and so forth. Now, on the systematic approach to enlightenment page, I mentioned those big three. So the second one is psychedeliation. Go to Psychedelic Biodome Earth page, and there's a lot discussed on them. They're very important for many reasons. I'm not going into that. I'll do a huge psychedelic lecture. The third one, meditation. So education or enlightenment, psychedeliation, and meditation. So go to the yoga meditation healing page for all those links on meditation. So I hope I've helped a lot of people, and I guarantee you if you visit the links, you'll be damn well helped. So get healthy, everyone. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed it. Feel free to leave comments on what you want. I might one day check the comments if you're lucky. I'm busy. studying full time while I study a ghost degree, as I call it, whilst the study I do for consciousness is like a whole separate degree. Health is not a part of my business degree, that's for sure. Okay, so enjoy. I'm signing off. Enjoy. See ya.